everyone, Karen Roby and Macy Van here for Tech Republic. We're talking about some of the IT skills needed in post-pandemic world here, Macy, and a lot of people are talking about upskilling. This is something that they want to, consider doing. Talk about that a little bit here.
Sure. Well, upskilling is always beneficial, but especially during this era where so many people are working from home, you typically have a little bit more free time just because there's no commute, right? You don't have to try and book conference rooms. There's no, everything is a little bit more relaxed when it comes to the schedule of things. So you may have some downtime here and there that you can actually use to try to brush up on some skills. I mean, I think that learning development has been something that the enterprise has been talking about for a long time, but it's really difficult to take courses and do those things during the workday when you have so many other things that you have to do and other obligations and other meetings and calls and things like that. And now that those things are a little bit more flexible and can kind of be done at any point and there's not as much scheduling going on, you might have a little bit more flexibility. So people are really looking to take advantage of this downtime.
Yeah, definitely. And it is amazing how much time you can save without the commute, like you said, and
Totally.
meetings here or there, or chatting here and there. What are
Yeah,
some of the skills that people should really be looking towards?
Sure. So some of the skills that some experts have been talking to me about both have to do with the technical side and of course the interpersonal side. We always talk about how the soft skills are important for techies too. But especially in this pandemic and coming out of it, it's hard because I think a lot of people think that we're going to automatically all go back to the office, but I think a lot of people are considering not, because we can do a lot of our jobs remotely. So not all organizations may go back. So that kind of involves its own set of skills that you need to adapt to. And these skills are even more important during a time when the economy is not so hot. So keeping your job is more important than ever. So having those skills is even more important. So some of those skills include anything with digital tools, but especially collaboration tools. Being familiar with Slack, being familiar with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, any of these collaboration tools is so much more important now than it was before. I mean, before, if you weren't that savvy with the instant messaging or even with Google Hangouts, it's fine. You walk over to the person's office, say something real quick and keep going, but you have to be familiar with these now. So, if it's between maybe you and someone else on your team that the organization is considering keeping, and you're more familiar with these tools and able to communicate more effectively, that makes a difference. And then on top of that too, with productivity, like we said, there's more downtime. So being able to psychologically maneuver that, when you have this downtime, not turning those 20 minutes into 2 hours, not getting too caught up in exterior things like taking the dog out, but also making time to do those things, to have breaks. So I think it's integrating breaks in a healthy manner while still getting your work done and just managing your own time. I mean, a lot of remote work is about trust, is about autonomy. So just having that soft skill of time management and personal accountability is really important. And then the last one that someone spoke to me about, and it's in an article that I'm writing later today, is security. More than ever, security is so important because everybody is remote. And I mean, having a VPN is more critical than ever. Making sure that you're on secure Wi-Fi access, that the other people that you live with or that are surrounded by don't have easy access to sensitive materials. So security is another hot topic. And so if you have the time, look into different security specialties, look into those different platforms that maybe your coworkers may not be familiar with, but that you could get familiar with and even pitch to your company to use. I think that anything having to do with security is helpful, whether in a pandemic or not, but especially if you're going to be working remotely more. So those are some of the ones that we're really seeing.
Yeah, most definitely. And really it's you've kind of spoke to this a little bit, but really a win-win.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Totally.
Totally. Because for the employee, like I said, you're more valuable, right? You become a more valuable employee, not only to your own team, but to others. If you're wanting to branch out and look for other positions, that makes you more competitive. And if organizations are looking to make cuts, you're somebody that they might keep on because you have that wider set of skills. And then of course that's beneficial for the employer because they want talent, right? They want highly skilled people that can adapt quickly to evolving skills, especially in this really weird time. So being able to adopt those skills, recognize what's going on in the market and in the workforce, and seeing that there are certain skills that are more popular than ever before. And in getting those, it shows initiative, and it shows that you have an employee that has drive and that is going to get, you know, more ROI for your organization. So it's definitely a huge win-win for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, some great advice there, Macy, to pass on. Thank you for that. And we hope you all will check out Tech Republic. We have a great deal of information there about IT skills that you need and hiring practices and things like that. So make sure you check it out. And we really appreciate you watching today.